Hey there, everyone. Happy Friday. Thanks for joining us for The Last Cup, only on News Center, Maine.
Now get yourself another cup of coffee. We've got a few things to talk about this morning.
Yeah, so Thanksgiving, come and gone. Now people will be preparing for a number of holidays, whether you're shopping for Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or really any celebration. It's a time where people put a lot of thought into their loved ones. We're wondering what your favorite gift that you've given and favorite gift that you've received. So besides the gift of us bringing you the last cup on this Friday, so I'll start it off, Aaron. I'll say the best gift I received was probably when I was really young, when Santa Claus gave me a full head-to-toe Patriots and Red Sox gear. So it was like a plastic helmet, Patriots jersey, then Red Sox hat, Red Sox jersey. That just kickstarted my love for sports and collecting jerseys and t-shirts. And yeah, fun fact, from like kindergarten to fifth or sixth grade, I wore some sort of sports shirt or sweatshirt to school every day.
Why does that not shock me in the least?
Yeah. Gift I've given, I would say I really like, so when I moved to Maine, lived in Bangor, obviously near UMaine, and my dad went to UMaine for school, so I got him a bunch of updated like Black Bear apparel, so he really liked that. And then Sarah, my girlfriend, got her a nice pair of earrings for Christmas 2 years ago.
Aww.
She really liked that. And then my parents returned the favor and brought us to Florida for Christmas 2 years ago.
Oh, that's cute.
So that was
Oh, I
fun.
love that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of good ones there.
But I know we were just saying that both of us kind of like giving out gifts then.
It's the best. I have a list going on my phone year round, and I notoriously start shopping. Like, I think the first Christmas gift I bought this year was back in April.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
Got to get ahead of it.
Oh, if I see it, I just buy it because I know I want it. I think my favorite that I've ever given, since we're on that, I bought years ago, my mother, I listen. I'm really good at listening.
Okay.
And she told me when she was younger, when her mother was still with us, she had, her mom stored her flour in this special vintage, like it was Charles Chip container, was like the brand that she like doesn't exist anymore. And I found one on eBay. I had searched for years and I found one finally and I bought it for her. And I gave it to her, and you know the gift's good when they stop and immediately start crying, like upon seeing it. And I was like, just one Christmas.
Just no big deal.
Yeah,
No
so I
big
was
deal.
like, it was like $9, but like it's not about the money.
No.
Truly, it's really about the thought that matters to people. So that was my favorite one I've ever given because it just meant so much to her. And then I think my favorite I got would probably have to be, I think it was part of like a group gift, but our family always does like I think everybody has different words for it, but like my siblings and I always give each other gifts.
You're talking like Yankee swap?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we always
The Myler version of a Yankee swap.
Exactly. So
Myler
we always,
swap.
and I always win.
Shocker.
Because I give the best gifts.
Yeah.
But so my parents would always get us one big group gift for all like my siblings and I. There's 4 of us total, and they got us like the one year a GameCube back when it was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great gift.
But like you and like well we how many years later? But we just all had such a good time together. Like and like you think now like we don't all live in the same area necessarily, and then like we just had so many fun times playing games together.
Yeah.
So.
And it's funny now that we're both, out of the house, growing
Old.
up. I remember, like, you would always hate getting clothes for Christmas. Now I love, like, socks.
It's
Oh,
like
just
those
keep it
things are
coming.
like kitchen. I got like a kitchen knife last year, and I was like, all the things I don't want to buy for myself.
Yeah. Like, I got like a suitcase a couple years ago, and I was like the
So
happiest
expensive.
person in the world for that.
Yeah.
So a lot of good options.
Yeah.
Well,
Jackets.
obviously, we're talking Christmas and winter holiday presents, even though Thanksgiving was less than 12 hours ago at this point. Yeah. But yesterday kind of felt like winter for a lot of communities in our state. A lot of snow falling.
Yeah, and it's really going to feel like winter a lot more as we
All
go through the rest of the week. So, I mean, everybody get ready for it. It's really going to... It's going to look like it. It already does look like it. It's going to continue to feel like it. Here's some of those snowfall totals that we have from yesterday. Madrid got 12.5 inches of snow out there. We have Freedom, New Hampshire, 10.5 inches. I mean, you can look at a lot of places on the map. Freiburg, 8.8. Turner, 6.5. You have Mechanic Falls, 4.0. And Bangor got just shy of 3 inches of snow out there. So really quite a bit outside. As far as your day today is concerned, we have clouds continue to clear out of the way way, and the snow is really out of our hair at this point in time, so not too bad. That low is going to continue to move out of the country, really, but out of the state off to the northeast, going over Prince Edward Island and then just continuing to the north from there. What that means for us is allowing cooler air to continue to funnel into our region. That for us is going to mean two things. Cooler air, but also calmer conditions, because no other lows are really coming into our area at this point. Because of that, we're going to have a lot of sunshine really staying present today and calm conditions for most of the week ahead. Sunshine today, it's going to be nice and pleasant out there. Not really going to see much else happening. Mountains getting a few snow showers later on, but little to no accumulation out of that one, so it's going to be great on that. We're also going to see temperatures with those cool conditions sliding quite a bit more here as we go through the rest of the week ahead, getting down into the low 30s for your high temperatures as we get into the middle part of the week. So it's really cooling off quite a bit more. That's your highs, not your lows, your highs. That's the warmest it's going to get. And if you can believe that, that means your morning temperatures are going to be in the teens and 20s by that point. So it's really going to feel a lot cooler. But luckily, we're going to have a lot of sunshine coming along with that. That means everything's going to be nicer in those regards. Nothing hectic happening with these cold temperatures. Not really expecting any snow until we get to about Wednesday evening into Thursday. So overall, looking pretty good there. Sam, it's going to be a nice week ahead. Just make sure everybody kind of bundles up before you head out.
All right, good reminders there, Aaron, that time of year. All right, let's take a look at some of the big stories we are following today. While most of us spent this Thanksgiving with family and friends, others were working to make the day brighter for total strangers. Staff and volunteers with York County Shelter Programs spend days packing and distributing meals to make the holiday special for families in need. Dozens of volunteers packed about 700 meals of this year and handed them out to folks who didn't have the means to cook one up themselves.
Many of them said this is what makes Thanksgiving possible for them. To hear that is really incredible and makes all of the fundraising and all of the trips to pick up turkeys for our staff and volunteers and just everything so worth it.
Some people waited in line for more than 2 hours to make sure they'd have a meal for their table. Several towns and cities across Maine are hosting tree lighting ceremonies today. The annual Monument Square lighting is happening in Portland. That kicks off at 1 o'clock. There will also be a princess and superhero meet and greet for kids, an outdoor Frozen 2 watch party. That begins at 1:30. Portland Ballet and American Idol's Julia Gagnon will be performing at 3:30. The tree will be lit at 4:30. In Bangor, your first chance to see the lights is today at 4 o'clock. There's a new event this year, an animated light and music show in West Market Square. If you can't make it tonight, the city's annual Festival of Lights parade will take place on December 7th. There will be another tree lighting after the parade is over. This is the last weekend of the Mid-Coast Tree Festival in Brunswick. The annual fundraiser supports Spectrum Generations, which runs programs like Meals on Wheels. The event is also supporting All Saints Parish in Brunswick and the Bath Brunswick Regional Chamber. You can enter raffles for trees and gifts. There are crafts for kids and live entertainment. It's taking place at the St. John's Community Center in Brunswick. You can find more information at midcoastmaine.com. And if you're feeling nostalgic this holiday season, we may have the perfect thing for you. Join Amanda Hill and Brian Yokono as they dive into some holiday classics from the 1990s in a holiday rewind special. You can watch it right here on the News Center Maine streaming app. It's free on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV. But if you're joining us for the Last Cup, you know exactly where to go for that holiday rewind. Thanks for being with us for this edition of The Last Cup, only on News Center Maine Plus. Stay here all day for the latest news, weather, and much more. Join us back here tomorrow morning starting at 5 on the Weekend Morning Report. We hope you have a great day and a great weekend, everybody.